at everything?
Yeah, Will had to come to where I was because he was just like a little skinny guy, and then he had to eat, a particular diet to get up and get muscle on him and stuff. And then, they did what they could do with him, and they cut, slice, So it looks really good. Looks really good.
Absolutely.
It looks real good. So
absolutely,
we do what we can do to, get you to where you need to be, as a fighter. But this piece that I put together on Ali is basically a tribute to Ali. Because I mean, even though I did the movie, I didn't feel that the story was,
in the film.
Yeah, like the film Ali. I think they didn't cover everything. Like where did Ali learn how to fight? And where did he come from?
What do you think people should know about him that they'll see in your play that they didn't know, that they already don't know through the film? Like, what do you think people should know about him as a person? That
he's a peace-loving person. In other words, all of the stuff that you've seen him say and do, in a deep, just a setting. Ali is just a peaceful man, a very spiritual man. So he was always been a spiritual person, and that's what I got from him. You know what I mean? He's just like a peace-loving champion. And he talked a lot of stuff, did everything, but he was really a comedian. That's what I consider him. He's a comedian. So that's why I put this piece together on him, because I wanted, to be able to show how Ali became a man, what the myths were about him, and how he unknowingly became the people's champ. Because he didn't know he was going to be the people's champ. It could have went either way, you know what I mean? I mean, there were people saying things about Ali. They had him on the front cover of Esquire magazine. They had arrows going through his body.
Arrows?
Arrows.
Why?
With special effects, but it just looked like somebody, shot him with like maybe 50 arrows, and they said he is the world's most hated person at that time. And,
what year was that? Was that at his prime, or was it when he was world champion? When he was world champion, right?
Yeah,
okay.
He was world champion. They taken everything away from him, and then they put him on the magazine and said, this man here is the most evil man in the world, you know what I mean? And put all this stuff out in the news media about him, and it looked really bad that they had arrows and stuff going on through him. But he prevailed, man, because he was steadfast about his belief. For what he believed that fighting and killing people in the war just wasn't the thing to do, and that's not the way you really achieve anything. What do you achieve by fighting and killing, more fighting and killing, more fighting and killing. You killed my folks, I'll kill yours. It's on. You know what I mean? That kind of thing. The good, the bad, and the ugly.
Right, exactly. We have to pause again, but sorry to cut you off. Hold that thought. We have a lot more to talk about with Vincent Cook. Stay tuned. See you at USC. We'll be right back. Hey there, welcome back to See You at USC. I'm Rob Hughes, and we have been talking tonight with master impressionist, actor, comedian, writer, and boxer. I got it that time. Mr. Vincent Cook. We were talking a little bit before the break about your outstanding performance at Ground Zero from your play that you wrote and you star in, just you, Ali. We were talking about how Muhammad Ali's your inspiration, everything you did in his life, and what people didn't know in the movie Ali with Will Smith that you were in, and that inspired you to do the play.
Yeah.
Right? One thing I think that's really fascinating to me is how talented you are to where it's just you, right?
Yeah.
You do all the characters yourself.
I do all the characters.
And
18 of them.
18 of them. How long did this take? How long does it take for you? I mean, as an actor, you probably know how to memorize lines.
Yeah.
But did it take a long time when you, who was the director again? Tony?
Tony Spires.
Tony Spires.
It was, what I did is I wrote a script, and I took it to Tony. I said, Tony, this is something that I think the world needs to see. He said, Vincent, you're right, and we came together, and we got a script out together at that point. You know what I mean? He helped me, punch it up or whatever, and we got it out. And so what you see now is, like credit for both of us, on the writing. And then we, going into a theater, he knew that I could do all the things that I could do as a comedian and an actor, and he said, man, it's going to be incredible. And that's what, so my energy, my energy you know, you have to run, you have to get in shape. I mean, I got to be Ali. In other words, I can't fake it. You know what I mean?
Right.
You say, I'm going to be Ali with a big belly. And let me tell you all the time. You know, that's just not going to happen.
Right, right.
You know, and nobody's going to buy that, you know, because Ali is a huge figure. So, you know, the ideal is to make people almost believe, and what I do in the time that people, they think that Ali is in the building. You know, the ideal of that, you know, of course, I pick my hair out and do all kinds of stuff, make it real long. And, but the ideal is to make people, take them to that period of time with all of the music and all of the characters that help tell Ali's story. And, you know, having a chance to meet him, I sat down and interviewed him. I interviewed Muhammad Ali.
Wow.
And I asked him, what was it that you thought, you know, you heard all the stories and stuff about you. They even made a movie about you. I said, but what is it that that you felt that they didn't get out to the world? And he told me, in, you know, his little voice, that he wanted, and he, you know, he was going on and on with a period of time, because Ali, he'll just keep talking, you know, but he does magic tricks while he's talking to you. So he was telling me at the time, he was saying that he wanted me to tell people the recipe of life. And I said, what's the recipe of life? And he said, recipe of life. And then he started saying mix love and kisses and hugs and friendship and family and race relation and conflict. Start mixing, and he would say, use it as ingredients, you know, because he would say, put a little bit of this in it, put a teaspoon of that in it, put a teaspoon of this in it, a tablespoon of this, you know, so he was just going on, and it all came up to what a humanitarian might tell somebody, you know, how to put together a recipe of love, peace, and harmony amongst any and all. You know, at the end of the day, you are just an individual. Even though, you know, you might do all these accolades and, you know, boxing and everything, and you're able to do all these wonderful things, but at the end of the day, you're just a person, you know, and you got feelings and emotions, and women got feelings and emotions, and men got feelings and emotions. If y'all put these feelings and emotions together and bring about peace, love, and harmony with one another. And that's what I do in this piece. I tell you all about that, you know.
For our audience that didn't see it, you're talking about how you switch in between characters, and these 18 characters you said, right, are all people who had some type of impact on his career and his life?
Yes, you know, his mother, his father, his brothers, his you know, Angelo Dundee, Dr. Ferdy Pacheco, you know, Joe Martin, and a guy y'all never even heard of was the guy that really taught Muhammad Ali how to fight, Fred Stoner from the Grace Community Center. He was the guy in Louisville, Kentucky, who showed Ali everything: style, endurance. He created Muhammad Ali, but you don't hear about him. He's an ex-fighter, you know, a black guy that was down there in that town, and they ran him off. How? Meaning in the sense he was like race relationships back then. So, you know, it was real deep time. Ali was worth money, you know, so they say, get away from here, we'll beat you up. You know, his daughter told me about this story.
Right. Did he ever keep in contact with them, or?
I don't think so. I think the guy was more in fear of his life, because they were real gangsters back then, you know, that were not necessarily around Ali, but it was just, you know, people who had involvement, you know, with Ali at the time. I mean, according to the daughter, and that's what she told me, you know, May, she said, hey, you know, there was this guy, Fred Stoner, and, you know, they beat him up and ran him off, and he couldn't come and be a part of that early on. You know, it wasn't in his pro career, but it was in his amateur career, in amateur days or whatever. So it was, you know, an interesting piece, but all of that I put into this story. See, there are things you didn't know about, you know what I mean?
Absolutely,
right.
And it's very important too. It gives you more balanced perspective.
Yeah, you get another side. You know, in other words, you hear another side of things that you may not have known about the champ, you know. But it's really my tribute to Muhammad Ali. I love Muhammad Ali. You know, Muhammad Ali, you know, when I was a kid and I used to see him on television fighting, I would get up and, you know, try to move around and do all the stuff that he was doing. And he was just funny to me, you know, like a nice, you know, when kids see a man, they were like, nice man, man funny, you know, he's funny man. You know, so that's what he did for me. But I also, in my fighting days, they had a big poster of Muhammad Ali in our gym. It was in the boys club, number 11 boys club in Washington, D.C., Southeast And I was there training, and when I would be in there boxing, man, and you get tired or whatever, you just look up and see Ali's post and get more energy. Because, you know, I had read where he said if you get tired, the other guy's tired. And he said, so you just got to push just that little bit more, because the one who wants it is going to win. So he basically was giving you, even, you know, having this poster up, was basically telling us that you could be a champion in life. You know, you're going to have some losses in life. You're going to lose a mother, father, sister, brother, cousin, grandma. You're going to lose somebody. You know what I mean? Somebody going to pass on you. But it's those of you who get back up, brush yourselves off, and keep on moving, that's where you become a champion. So that's what he was instilling in us.
We're almost out of time, Vincent. Where can we see your show if we missed it? Are you going to continue to tour? I know you've been around.
You know, I got colleges, you know, throughout the country that I want to bring this show to. And my hope is that, you know, other colleges and universities will bring this show, you know, and that's what my hope is, you know what I mean? So that's why I'm glad I brought it here to USC, and they loved it, and standing ovation, and it's a wonderful thing. And now
it was amazing.
Yes, absolutely. So
it's
now
called Ali.
Ali, the man, the myth, the people's
legend,
champion.
the people's champion.
No, Ali, the man, the myth, the people's champion. There you go, champ. Ali,
and
the man,
it's starring you.
Starring
Mr.
Vincent Cook. They can go to vincentcook.com and get more information, www.vincentcook.com.
Amazing.
You're able to see a nice little piece there, man.
And we're going to be looking for you, because you're going to keep doing great things. You already have.
Absolutely.
Well, thank you so much for stopping by.
Thank you, man.
And talking with us. And from CU at USC, I'm Rob Hughes. Be looking out for Mr. Vincent Cook, and we will see you next time.
Thank you.